Little Miss Recap contains adult language. Little Miss Recap is intended for entertainment purposes only. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Little Miss Recap. My name's Amy.
Hi, I'm Amanda.
Hi, Amanda. Good morning.
Good morning, Amy. How are you?
I'm not well. As I told you, I'm
I
having
know.
some anxiety that's causing me not to sleep. So,
I'm just
guys,
having menopause that's causing me not to sleep. It's great.
oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Amanda, here's how dedicated this woman is to her job. She got up at she was supposed to get up at 6 a.m. to watch
Yeah.
Gypsy Rose.
Yeah, and I woke up at 5. And so today's cleaning lady day. So I worked on getting downstairs ready for that. And
Mm-hmm.
then I watched Gypsy Rose, and then I went and had blood work, and then I finished
Mm-hmm.
Gypsy Rose, and now I'm
Mm-hmm.
here, and it's 7:30. I've had a full day already.
It's impressive.
I've left the home and returned.
So I am super excited to say I'm going to be on Podcastica's Handmaid's Tale
I'm very excited
podcast.
about this.
Which I'm very excited because I've been nerding out about that podcast for so long. I started
Right.
listening to Jason when he was doing The Walking Dead, which
Okay.
was a long time ago.
Yeah, in a land far, far away.
Yeah, and I've listened ever since. And so, long story short, I'm doing that. And to do that, I've had to watch and listen to a lot of Handmaid's Tale stuff.
Okay.
Amanda, it hits different these days.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah, it does. As I said to you last night, I am both looking forward to and terrified
Yeah.
to watch this coming season.
Yeah. So I'm just filled with anxiety lying in my bed last night.
Great. 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 So
And
when are you doing this recording with them?
by the time people hear this,
Oh,
it will
yes, because
have
this will be
aired.
next week. Okay.
Yeah. So everybody, I'll drop the link when it's live if everybody wants to listen.
Cool.
I'm just warning you, they do get political,
Oh, yeah.
so be
It'll be
prepared for that.
political.
Yeah, if you don't want to hear me talk politics, don't go over there. If
Mm-hmm.
you want to hear it, it's going to be it'll be out last week by the time you're hearing this. Also I wanted to talk about Clarkson's Farm is coming back.
I saw you post that.
I'm so excited. And also, what else do I have to say? I had to say a couple things. Oh, I finished 1923. I'll talk more with Becca about that.
Yeah, because I'm useless on Cowboy Corner.
But there is such an urge to just launch a whole cowboy channel that I have where I just make fun of cowboy shows.
Okay. Okay. Hey, we talked about like what would a Little Miss Recap network look like? Little
Yes.
Miss Cowboy. I'll be sitting over there talking about cowboy
Mhm.
shit.
Mhm.
You and Becca and the 7 other people who are into that will be there.
Well, here's the
And
thing.
I will be there supporting you and having no idea what the fuck you're
I
talking
know you
about.
will, and I love you for it. But here's the thing. All the Yellowstone and like Taylor Sheridan podcasts that are out there are
Yes.
A, hosted by men,
Yes.
and B, are real serious.
Mm.
This would
Mm.
not be that at all. This would be
No.
like we're looking at it like a soap opera.
Save the ranch.
It's so ridiculous. Last night, I'm watching the finale of 1923. I'm literally screaming to Timmy, "This is fucking ridiculous," and I love it.
Now, does Timmy enjoy the Cowboys?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Timmy dipped out on Yellowstone,
Okay.
and, we talked about it when we did our real talk. He dipped out because he hated a specific character so much
Okay.
that he just couldn't watch anymore. It was so overwritten.
Happens to the best of us.
Mhm. But, no, we watch every one of them, and 1944 is coming. We're gonna be watching that.
Okay, here we go. Let's go.
There's something about it,
Sure.
you
I,
know?
I don't get it at all. I don't see the appeal. I don't get it at
It's
all.
ridiculous. It's
But hey,
ridiculous,
if you
and
enjoy
it's
it,
yeah, yeah, I do enjoy it. And then I had something else, but I forget what it was. I was like, "Oh, I have these 5 things to talk about." I
mm,
don't know. Must have been a lie, as Graham would
okay.
say.
Yep, that's what my mother would say too. Shocking.
Oh, really? They're so much alike.
I know. It's very funny.
They really are. Um, by the time people hear this, Yellow Jackets will be over.
Yes. Yes, it
Yeah,
will.
yeah.
Yes, it will. We know nothing about the finale other than we've heard it's
Mm-mm.
bonkers.
Mhm. Mhm.
So we'll be curious to see what bonkers looks like.
Yeah. Are you enjoying Real Housewives?
I am. I'm
I
enjoying it way more than I thought I would.
You know what I'm enjoying about it? Me too. And you know
Yeah.
what I'm enjoying about it? It's just well produced.
Oh, it's beautifully produced. It's
Yeah,
like a
like
whole different planet than the TLC junk we watch.
and Krista Rosa had told me, and he's absolutely right. I think it was him that told me that like the producers kind of troll them. And he's kind of right. Like
Oh, yeah.
there's this lens to it,
Oh,
if
yeah.
you will.
I don't feel like we're trying to fluff up and tell a better story. I don't feel like we're also trying to take away from them and tell a worse story, but I think we're leaning into the ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, I had to stop myself from writing in my notes. Do these people know like the planet is burning?
They do, and
But
they don't
they
care.
don't care. Okay.
Or if they do, it's not germane to this conversation, so we're not talking about it.
Kristen, our social media guru, told me if you don't like people just fighting and parties, you're not gonna like Salt Lake City.
Feels accurate because really at this point we go to parties and people fight. It's really what's happening, and
Yeah,
I'm enjoying it.
I'm enjoying it too.
I'm enjoying it. I'm still really stuck on the grandpa fucker. I am. I'm just just stuck on that.
Well, we'll get to it. Okay.
Okay.
This is Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, season 1, episode 5, Ladies Who Lunch.
Ladies who I'd like to be a lady who lunches.
Me too.
That'd be like a good life.
When I lunch, it's like I have to whip through the McDonald's drive-through
Get
because
when I
I'm on my
lunch, I
way
go
home from
downstairs
something.
and shove something into my face and come back up here into work. So it's as good as it gets.
Okay, so we pick back up on Mary's very Met Gala inspired lunch. And
This
Jen
is so
has
stupid.
Jen has just apologized to Meredith, and Mary's like, "Where the fuck is my apology?" Jen says Meredith is like the first lady. She's all polite, and Jen is over here like, "Fuck you, bitch."
Jen is gross.
Mhm.
She
Now,
has zero manners, zero class. She's
mhm.
an asshole.
I agree. Now, have you noticed that Meredith kind of does this, "Hey, hey, hey, women. Hey, what are you doing there?" Like, kind of
Mhm.
has like a bogey, if you
A
will.
little bit.
Current references only.
She's a deeper voice and there's she's got a I don't know how to describe it.
She talks out of the side of her
She talks
mouth
out of the side of her mouth.
like an old-timey gangster.
It kinda like I said, it sort of looks like when my mother had Bell's palsy and she, like, couldn't move half of her mouth. It's
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if that's a thing, I have no idea, but, like, there's something up with she only speaks out of one side of her mouth.
I've also come to realize she's highly medicated.
Oh, yeah, I think
I
that's
think
also
she's
the other
highly
show.
medicated.
How
So,
do I get to be highly medicated?
I
I
know,
feel like that would benefit me right
I
now.
need it. I feel like it would help with the anxiety mentioned aforementioned anxiety.
Yeah, I mean, part of my exciting morning is I was getting blood work drawn for my menopause checking to
Yeah,
hopefully
yeah,
figure out what's happening so
yeah.
maybe we can handle the anxiety. That would be great.
So Meredith says, I do appreciate her explanation. I appreciate her apology. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. I don't know
Okay.
why she's Southern now too,
It
but
also sounds a little
hey.
like Ryan Anderson. I'm just saying.
Oh, Ron Anderson here. Do you think
Meredith
the
works
baby's
here.
mine? Red for blue for Ken, red for Ryan. Red for Ryan, blue for Ken. Vote now.
By the time this comes out, we will have you will have seen it. It's a lot about the paternity of the baby this episode,
Mm,
and
mm.
Ryan
Acting
is
a
something
fool.
else.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's
Mm-hmm.
something else.
So Jen is like, I will cuss you out. I know what you're out thinking. Mary goes, you have no idea what I'm thinking. And Mary real aggressively opens her eyes. I'm doing
she,
the imitation. You
she,
guys get it.
her eyes get very large sometimes.
Yeah, she like almost throws her eyes at you. She's one of those
Mhm.
people that like almost throws her eyes at you. Jen is like, do not open your eyes like that to me again. Do not. Then there's some, don't wave your finger at me. Don't open those eyeballs at me. Mary says, okay, Mary's racism is a real problem.
Oh my god.
She's
I
got
did
a
not see
lot
that
of
coming.
internalized racism.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think saying she has a lot of it is really underselling it.
Yeah. She says, Don't get ghetto. Don't get ghetto.
Oh boy. Okay. Okay.
There's a lot of back and forth. Then finally, Mary says, I don't want to talk to you again ever. Jen, bye. Bye, Jen. Have a good day. Jen gets
Mm.
up and leaves.
Oh,
Now,
speaking of real quick
yeah,
ghetto conversations. So,
yeah.
for those of you who may have listened to our 90 Day Fiance coverage from the April 6th episode,
Mhm.
when our good friend Amini, whatever the fuck her name is,
Mhm.
said you can't turn a hoe into a housewife,
Yes.
and you and I tried to discover what that came from, and we realized we were in an area we did not
Yes.
belong.
Yes.
Apparently, it comes from a Dr. Dre song, Amy,
Oh, okay. Well,
from like the early 90s.
you knew it came from a song.
I knew it came from a song. The song I found, I don't think is the original. I don't know. I was listening to Kim and Kyle talk about it because Kim also had no idea at all. And Kyle's like,
Okay.
it's a song by Dr. Dre. And she's like, yeah, but what does it mean? He's like, it's just a song lyric. She
Okay.
was like us, like, what does this mean?
Yeah, I'm sorry. In the early '90s, I had my head down into the Indigo Girls. I
Yeah,
wasn't
I was
listening to
like,
Dr. Dre. I wasn't cool enough.
was it Depeche Mode? Was it New Order? Was it the Indigo
Yeah.
Girls? Was it the
If not,
Cure?
we don't
Otherwise, I
know.
got nothing for you.
We
I
got
don't know what
nothing.
to tell you.
Mm-mm. So Whitney tells the camera, I have no idea how this happened. I literally just got a journal with my name on it and a really great pen.
Todd
Now,
came in just as she said that. He's like, "That's the most random, like, phrase to hear." I just
I
got a
know, I
journal with
agree
my
with
name
it
on it
though.
and a really nice pen.
I also will say Whitney's looks keep changing.
Yeah, I think she goes through a lot of change in her physical appearance.
I still love her. I still
I
think
like
she's
her.
my favorite.
I like her. I like her and
Yeah,
Heather the best.
I do too. Heather says, "Okay, this needs to end now." Mary said Jen smelled like a hospital. Jen called Mary a grandfather fucker. It's even now.
First of all, how are
Uh,
these 2 things even? I don't know. I don't know what scale we're rating on that these are now deemed even. Second of all, are we really having a conversation where the fight is you smelled like a hospital and you're fucking your grandfather?
it's ridiculous.
Amy, these are
Again,
not serious people.
again, these are not serious people. So Jen tells the camera she's just upset because, she goes, I'm so upset because when I met Mary, I was so excited to meet another female minority like myself who grew up in Utah. And I thought
Okay,
we would relate to one another. And this is a total letdown.
I get that. I would be disappointed too. I
Lisa,
understand why Jen's horribly offended.
I do too. I do
Yeah.
too. Lisa's kind of on Mary's side here. Heather now goes outside. She gathers Jen up and brings her back. And Jen is always like, "Oh my god, can you?" Like everything is always the
11.
worst. Yes.
Always
So
11.
Heather brings Jen back in. I wrote Heather's outfit is great, and for me to notice,
Mm,
it's like gold on top and a
yeah.
black bottom, and it looks really good.
I like Heather's clothes a lot.
So me too. So Jen in her confessional. Now I have a real '90s reference for you, Amanda.
Oh boy.
Jen in her confessional has that high ponytail with the rings in it and her hair
Yeah.
is all wavy.
Yeah.
She looks like, and I knew it immediately when I saw it. I was like, oh my God. Do you remember the movie Coming to America?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Do you remember in the beginning, Eddie Murphy is presented with a bunch of suitors who
Yes.
they want to be his wife?
Yes.
And there's one who's like, I will serve you. I will do anything. And he's like, bark like a dog. And she starts barking like a dog and she's like jumping on one leg.
Yes.
That is exactly what she looks like.
You're
It's the
exactly
exact same
correct.
hairdo.
You're exactly correct. That is it.
I
That's it.
found the TikTok of it. I will put it in Backdoor
Okay.
Friends if I remember. But that's exactly like I was like, "Oh my god, she looks exactly like Bark Like a Dog. What was that?" It took me forever to find it, but I found it.
She looks exactly like Bark Like a Dog. I don't feel like I love the movie Coming to America. It's
It
absolutely
would not
hilarious.
age well.
I don't think we could
Mm-mm.
make that movie today.
Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm. I don't think so. Soul Glow, remember Soul
Oh
Glow?
god, James Earl Jones and Eric LaSalle,
Yep.
Peter Benton from ER.
Wow. Wow.
God, it was so good.
Hey everyone, stay tuned. Little Miss Recap will be right back after these words.
So, all right. So Jen cries and says, "When I opened up to you, you took my legs out from under me."
Mm.
She's got a little bit Darcy Stace. She would
She
get
does have a
along
little bit.
famously with them.
Oh, yeah.
So Heather chimes in and she's like, "You know what, Mary? It is kind of hypocritical that you ask people to open up and then you judge them."
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you, Heather. Heather just
Okay.
seems
Now,
to be Heather and Whitney seem to be the lone voices of reason.
this might be the greatest moment of this episode. There's a
Okay.
lot of them, but this might be the greatest one. Mary calls Heather two-faced and then randomly says, "I don't want this drama around Walter," who is standing behind her
Her favorite maitre
and could give a shit about this. She's like, "He's very upset like now right now." And Walter's like, "What? What?" And the other guy, not Walter, is trying not to laugh. He's like, "Oh my god, this is fucking ridiculous." And Jen's like, "I don't want to upset Walter. I know Walter and Armando." I think the other guy's name is Armando.
Right.
She's like, "I know these people too. You're not the only people who know. You're not the only one who knows people." It's
Okay.
so ridiculous.
I don't want to upset the maitre d'. Wow.
So Whitney tries to intervene and Mary shuts her down.
Mm-hmm.
And Mary, the eyeballs are popping the entire time. And then Mary calls Jen a hoodlum. "You're a hoodlum."
Yeah, we're getting real racist here. It's
Jen
bad.
Jen rightly points out that ghetto and hoodlum are racist terms.
Yeah, yeah. This isn't even gently coded language.
Mm-mm,
This is just
mm-mm.
straight up racism.
Jen tells the camera, "Mary is racist. She told me once," now put a pin in this. "She told me once that when she goes to a 7-Eleven, if she sees black people there, she turns around and goes somewhere else. You are
Wow.
black."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, why is anyone going to 7-Eleven? Now I understand I am living I am from the land of Wawa and Sheets. Why anybody would ever go to a 7-Eleven in this time and age is beyond
Timmy
me.
and I went to Cape Cod a couple years back,
Mhm.
and there was a 7-Eleven down the street that sold alcohol. We were there a lot.
Was it really gross?
Yeah,
Okay.
but we pushed through.
7-Elevens used to be great,
Yeah,
but they're
yeah.
not anymore
Why was it called 7-Eleven?
because it used to be open from 7 a.m. to 11 at night.
Oh, that it's that easy.
Yeah.
Okay. So Jen brings this up at the table. She's like, "Mary, you're black. What are you doing?" Blah, blah, blah. Mary says, "I have a fear of convenience stores and hospitals." So we end the
Is there
lunch.
a proper psychological test? Is there something in the DSM-5 for a fear of convenience store?
Meredith's like, "It's a little weird to be afraid of convenience stores, don't you think?"
Yes, what is the designation in the DSM-5? That's what I wanna know.
You know what I meant to tell you? Something I forgot to point out on our
What?
Little Miss Trash Bag collab.
Yeah.
When we saw Dominic Barbara's office, the skeezy lawyer,
Yeah.
he had the DSM-5 on the shelf behind him, and I was like, it was a little weird.
Well, I mean, hey, it depending on what kind of law you practice,
I
psychology comes into play.
I guess, and he does defend a lot of weirdos.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
Okay, so now we go to Meredith's house, and Brooks is there. And
Mhm.
Brooks is like, "How was your little luncheon thingy?" And Meredith goes, "Volatile. It was real volatile." Jen basically apologized. And Brooks goes, "Did she apologize or did she not? What's basically
Good
apologized?"
for him.
Yeah.
He's actually
Again,
right.
hero.
Here, Brooks
I have a
Marks.
feeling he's a complete asshole.
I have a feeling we've gone very wrong on this kid, and we're gonna regret these
I have a
choices.
feeling
But
that
Brooks Marks, the hero we all didn't know we needed.
I have a feeling that in episode 1 when we said he was our David Rose was probably the nicest thing anyone's ever said about Brooks Marks.
And everyone was like, "Oh, no, he's not that." I'm like, "But
Yeah.
he seems so cute and,
Yeah. No.
just
Mm-mm.
I don't know, just cute little queer kid."
So
I'm here for him.
now we get to Heather's.
Yes.
And Heather has her daughter has a tuner boy as her boyfriend. You know what a tuner boy is, right?
No.
A tuner boy is like someone who has a tuner car. So they get these cars, like you see it done a lot with like a Honda Civic is a good one, a Subaru WRX is one,
Okay.
where they put a ton of aftermarket shit on it to make it
Okay.
real loud
Okay.
and make
Got
it,
it.
you know what I mean, that kind of thing.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
Yeah, it's a thing. Timmy taught me about car culture. So tuner boy is a term.
Got
Okay.
it.
All
One
right.
I was not familiar with.
So he pulled like the loud muffler.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Oh,
you've seen them a million
oh,
times.
I know exactly what you mean. I just didn't know that was a term.
It's a tuner car.
Got it.
So
Got it. Got
they've
it.
been dating for 2 years, and Heather says in the Mormon community, you can't let your kids go beyond one date with somebody because God forbid, Amanda, it's going to lead to sex.
God forbid they have a real relationship.
Mhm. Her daughters don't really want to be Mormon anymore.
No, they really don't. I don't
No,
think she wants to be Mormon anymore.
no. She says, part of the problem is they were pushed out of their social circles in the dun 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 divorce.
It's so shitty. What?
It's ridiculous.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. Why do we give a shit if people want to stay married or not? If you're not happy, don't stay married. No loving God would want you to stay in a marriage that makes you unhappy.
Correct. Yeah.
Seems like the way it is to me.
So Meredith picks Seth up from the airport now, and he's loving Ohio. He says everyone is down to earth, everyone is blue collar.
Because no one loves life more than someone living in Canton, Ohio.
Canton, Ohio. He wants her to give up her life here in Park City and come and live in Canton, Ohio with him. And she's like, no, I'm not going to come to Canton, Ohio with you. Huh.
I don't feel like that's a fair trade. Park
I
City
don't
to
either.
Canton, Ohio.
I don't
just
either.
don't.
She's like, I don't know if I could do this long, but I'll try. Hey, I've relocated every few years for you, and I don't think I need to do it again. I've moved all over the country, and I'm kind of angry about it. It is, right? Am I getting the essence of it down?
You are. I mean, you're getting the essence of it. Let's focus on essence. It's not a direct
Mm-mm.
imitation of the source
Nope,
material. It is
nope.
your interpretation.
Yes, which is always an 11.
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
Jen Shaw.
Exactly.
So basically, she's moved all over the country. She's relocated every couple years. So I think what he does, she said, is deep discount retail clothes. So he'll go in when like these stores are closing
Right.
and kind of sell the stuff and do all that shit, whatever. I don't know. Something about Seth, he just feels douchey to me.
I know you really don't care for him.
Ever since that first episode.
I'm gonna Google what he does while
Ooh,
you recap.
okay.
Okay.
She doesn't want to move again. She says she moved when their oldest graduated high school. She never got to emotionally digest it. She shuts it down. She's like, it's not even up for discussion.
Oh, so Seth works as senior vice president of extreme value sourcing at Big Lots.
Oh, so he goes and buys stuff from.
Uh-huh.
So he does the big buys for Big Lots, probably.
According to the company's website, he's responsible for leading our strategic sourcing efforts and working closely with merchandising team to procure products that offer unbeatable value to our customers.
Okay. So
There you
when I go and buy a live laugh love pillow at Big Lots,
That you can thank Seth
Seth
Marks for that.
Marks has procured that for me.
I'm going to biglots.com. Why is it making me say I'm not a robot? I don't
Oh,
know.
wow.
But a bunch of stores
Okay.
I know are actually closing too.
They actually are reopening a Big Lots by us.
Oh, are they? Interesting.
Isn't that interesting?
Okay. Well, right now, if you go to the
Oh,
website,
that's
it says
my
check
husband
back
who did
soon for
that.
more stores. Big Lots. The comeback starts soon.
Yeah, they're coming back.
Well, according to this, nothing near you.
Big Lots, don't count them out.
No. Okay. Go for it.
So now we go to Mary's house. I legit thought we were at a store. It's Mary's closet.
I know.
I was like, whoa.
Her clothes are ridiculous.
Can we talk for a minute? You remember when I went to the Bahamas and I really struggled with people who had the butler?
Yes.
I really struggle with people who have servants in their house. I know it's a thing.
Okay.
But I struggle with that personally. So when Mary's like, bring me my tray, I'm like, oh, you have to have somebody bring you your tray. Can't you just go get your tray? And what is on your tray?
It's a job for them, Amy.
Yeah, but again, what annoys me about these people specifically is they made all their money off the church.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. For
So
sure.
you have people like my grandmother who would go to church and give her $10 every week and was real
Mhm.
devout and real into it. Like, and they're just keeping this money.
Mhm.
Ugh. It's the intersectionality of
I know.
um church and capitalism that I just we're watching the Righteous Gemstones.
What
We just
is that
started it.
about?
Okay, so it's about, and I got the hint when the white, so John Goodman plays the Mr. Gemstone. He's a preacher, but he's like an evangelist.
Wait a minute. It's a scripted show?
Yes.
I always thought it
Yes.
was a reality show.
No, Danny McBride did it. Kenny Powers, he wrote it and directed it.
Oh,
And
okay.
he's in it. He's one of the sons. And John Goodman is like the head of the church.
Okay.
And his wife has died, but his wife used to do puppets. So I'm like, oh, they're doing the Bakers.
Okay.
Tammy Faye
Yeah.
Baker and Jim Baker. And
Yep,
that's
yep.
totally what it is. It's like
Okay.
these people who are mega rich off of a fucking church, which is like at the top of the pyramid of things I hate
Okay. Okay.
is televangelists. Put that
Okay.
up there. Real brave stance over here from
Look
Amy
at you.
Archer.
You're so
Mm,
brave
mm,
over there.
mm-mm. So it's good though. But it's that opulence that I just ugh.
Got it. I really always okay. See, I don't understand things. I always thought Righteous Gemstones was a reality show.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
At just like I thought Vanderpump Rules was about a shoe store. I don't know things.
It's scripted. I mean, we've only watched one episode.
Okay.
It's pretty funny. We really liked Danny McBride in Eastbound and Down. That was the
Okay.
show that he played Kenny Powers in. We loved him in that.
Yeah, I never watched that.
And it's that kind of humor. It's kind of
Got it.
ridiculous.
Got it.
All right. So Jen calls Coach Shaw. Hey,
Mhm.
Coach. Hey, Coach. I need a pep
I
talk.
hate that
Need a
she
pep talk.
I hate that she refers to her husband as Coach Shaw.
I
It
know.
really annoys me.
I'm sorry. She's always like in a state of extreme emotion. So it's like, I just need a pep talk from you.
Oh my
And
God.
she's like, that lunch was the most horrific experience of my life.
Then your life has been really fucking easy, girl.
Amanda,
Girl.
could you imagine if I called Timmy at work with this nonsense? I
Oh,
have to tell you something funny.
Todd would even freak out. He'd be like, "No, we're not doing this."
Timmy was cooking last night with the girls. It was so hot. He
Oh,
was like in prime dad role, which
okay.
just and he's in the kitchen, he's cooking, and there's three of them. They have their little friend over, and he's teaching one of them how to make gnocchi, right? He was
Ah,
doing gnocchi with them. And they're gossiping about like all the boys at school. And Timmy's just like giving the most ridiculous answers. Like they're giving these complicated problems, and he's like, just tell them to fuck off. What are you doing? Like he's so black and white about things. He's so non-emotional about things. It's hilarious. Like if I called him at work
right,
on a construction site and
right.
was like, I just had a lunch. It was the most horrific experience of my life.
And that's what was horrific.
Yes, he would be like, I have to go.
Are you dying? If not, I'll talk to you tonight when I get home. Like
Oh God, it would be ridiculous. Okay.
Leo would
So
give you a
now,
pep talk though.
yes, he would.
Yes.
So now we have this cut back and forth of Jen and Mary each telling their husband slash grandpas about this. But here's my thing with Mary. You're an able-bodied adult. Go get your own tray. Why do you have to hire somebody to get a tray? And why are you being brought a tray? What is on this tray?
It looked like a hospital meal is what it looked like.
I was real hung up on the tray.
I
I'm
know
sorry.
that really seems to
Mhm.
have gotten to you. Okay.
So Jen seems to, now here's why I said put a pin in because earlier she tells us that this 7-Eleven comment was made a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
But now Jen has brought it back
Yes.
and has decided that she's going to be angry about it right now.
Sure.
So she seems to be harping on the 7-Eleven comment, and Coach points out, rightfully so, that there are people with internalized racism.
Yes.
And Mary, switch to Mary, she's crying about the grandfather fucker. It'll never get old. It'll never get old.
Because I just keep coming back to the picture of me as a little girl on my grandpa's lap as my step-grandfather and asking my mother if I should marry him.
Well, here's the
I mean, he's
thing.
now been dead for like 15 years, so I probably shouldn't marry him anyway, 'cause
Here's the thing. We'll get to it, but I think there's a lot of trauma there.
Oh, she didn't wanna do this?
No.
She wanted nothing to
No.
do with this?
Nope. Nope,
No,
nope, nope,
I
nope.
really think, like, she has a lot of shame about
I
it.
I have to tell you, when we started talking about the grandfather fucker, Leo just turned his head away.
He couldn't even be he can't participate in conversations like this. He's too
He
smart. He's too
cannot
good.
hear it. He
He's
cannot
too
hear
good.
it.
Here, we'll just cover his little ears.
Hey everyone, stay tuned. Little Miss Recap will be right back after these words.
Okay, so we're gonna go to Whitney and Will.
Okay.
Everything about Whitney's storyline fascinates me.
Yeah, apparently
think-
she's an ass kicker.
I love Whitney.
Okay.
I really do. I'm into her.
We may come to regret these decisions, but I'm with you. I enjoy her.
Guys, don't let us know. Just know
don't
that
ruin it
right
for us.
now, as of April 15th or
As
whatever,
of the 5th episode of season 1, it has nothing to do with the date. As of the 5th episode of season 1, we're into Whitney, we're into Heather.
like if I had to date one of these women, it would probably be Whitney.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, it would probably be Heather, but I can understand why Whitney would be the other choice.
Yeah. So they're going to talk about Dad. So Will has not spoken to him.
Mm-hmm.
And Whitney tells Will, well, Dad is committing to sober living. And Will is somebody. So we learned that Whitney's dad, who is Steve Perry,
Mm-hmm.
he is Will's stepfather.
Right.
But it sounds like he raised him.
Sounds like he's been in the picture the whole time.
Yeah, because the parents were together for a long time. Will is somebody who has put boundaries up with this man.
Yeah. And that's
you can
fine.
tell. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she says, my dad, Steve Perry, lead singer of Journey,
Mm-hmm.
detoxed for 7 days and then went to a rehab for 30 days and was supposed to go right into sober living. But instead, he fucked off to California and
Mhm.
found himself almost relapsing.
Yeah.
Whitney says, I'm not paying for it this time. He's paying for it.
Good for her.
And she says, I'm kind of the only lifeline he has left.
That's
This
so
is
much
a
pressure
lot
for
to
her.
put on her.
It's a lot of pressure for her.
Yep. I wrote, seems like Will is stepchild of Dad, which we get
Mhm.
confirmation of. She says, when the family was growing, when they were growing up, they were always close. The
Mhm.
siblings too. But in the divorce, the siblings turned on one another, and Whitney is kind of the bridge. So it's a blended family of about 6 siblings. The mom came into the marriage with 2, dad came into the marriage with 2,
And then
and then
had
they had 2 together, which is Whitney and her sister. So she literally is the bridge.
Right. And Steve Perry is the dad of Whitney and her sister of
Yes.
the coming together.
Yes, correct. So she asks Will, look, can you send Dad some encouraging messages?
Mm-hmm.
And Will says, yeah, I'll do that.
And it sounds like he has.
Yeah, he says, I've reached out a few times in the past and he hasn't reached back. This is going to be hard to watch.
This is going to be hard. Yeah.
I don't feel like this guy's ready.
Mm-mm. Well, I'm glad he's going to sober
I'm
living.
glad he's going to sober living, but I feel like he's hanging on by a thread.
Mm-hmm. I do too.
It's very upsetting. So let's cut to Lisa having a birthday party for her son.
Okay.
She says she needs to give her kids some attention before Sundance happens. And I just wrote, okay, girl. Okay.
What I felt
Go
like
ahead,
this
Amanda. I'm going to give you the floor.
what I felt like this entire Lisa package was look at me parenting for 10 minutes. Because I only can do it for 10 minutes.
And I'm going to give you the floor about Sundance. I thought you would go on a rant about this.
Girl needs to calm the fuck down. You don't own Sundance. I'm sure she throws some opulent parties. I'm sure she's a mover and a shaker.
Sure.
That's fine. But she's not like the executive director of Sundance.
You know what it is? I have even further detailed theory.
And she's really going to hate it when it moves to Denver.
I know. And I could be totally wrong, but I bet you anything she's one of these people, and I've seen it a lot in the literary communities, who is an unpaid volunteer that people are like, oh, she'll basically throw her heart and soul into this and we don't have to give her any money.
Yeah.
I think she's one of those people who does a lot for it.
Yes.
Without getting any money or title.
No, she's not on the payroll.
Nope.
But she wants to have the best parties, the best actors in her home, the best everything. And she uses her tequila company as the draw.
Yeah.
And I'm sure her tequila company is a sponsor of Sundance.
Sure. So Whitney's taken dad to sober living now, and she tells the camera he needs the accountability and the therapy, and I can't provide that for my father. At least
Good.
she's starting to
Yeah.
understand what she can and can't take on here. I wrote, she has such high hopes. I really
know.
hope this works.
Oh, I'm worried
She
about
says,
her.
"This is the thing I think will get my dad back." And the women at rehab are very welcoming to him. They remember him. They're
Uh-huh.
like, you should have come here first, but
Right.
that's okay.
We're glad you're here.
We're glad you're here. Now at Meredith's, Seth has to go to work. He's like, "I can't be living this Park City dream nightmare with you."
I'd
She-
much rather live the Park City dream nightmare than the Canton, Ohio dream nightmare.
yeah,
Just saying.
I'm living the Scranton, Pennsylvania dream nightmare. It's not
I'm living
good.
the Jamison, Pennsylvania dream nightmare. So,
Not good.
Yeah.
She says to him, I think we need some space. And he's leaving. And she tells the camera, "It's not that I want to separate, but sometimes you have to." I'm confused because I thought they were separated already.
I don't understand what's happening. And they both keep saying, I don't want this. Well, then don't do it.
Yeah. He's like, "We've been together 25 years. I don't really want to do this."
Right.
I
I
thought they
don't know
were
what the
already
issue.
separated. She's running around saying, "Oh, Seth and I are separated," to everyone who will listen.
Right. I don't know what I don't know why they're separated. I don't know what's happening in their marriage.
I don't know either. Oh, you're hitting mute.
I did. Does it have something
Yeah.
to do with Brooks? Is Brooks causing all these problems? I
Oh,
don't know.
is it because Brooks saw Jen's vagina
Maybe. And
when
now
she
he's
was
so
doing the high
traumatized that
kick?
Seth has to leave the home. Maybe I just have a warm spot in my heart for Seth because my first 8th grade boyfriend's name was Seth.
No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
No,
I won't
his
allow
name
it.
was Seth. This is true.
I know, but I won't allow it.
Okay.
No. So now Heather and Mary have dinner. And Mary does not want sparkling water because it affects your ovaries. And I just wrote, what?
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 Yeah. No, not a thing.
Mary is, she's a problem.
She is one of those people that just has all of these beliefs about what is real and what is not. And it's based in nothing,
Mm-hmm.
but it is 100% true.
Yes.
According to her.
Yes. I agree with you. 100%. Yep. So Heather's like, make it a double carbonation then.
Right. I'll take
no more
her
kids over
carbonation.
here.
Right.
Mhm. So they talk about Jen and Mary thinks Jen is jealous. Now, I think Mary is trying to make this point here, but does it poorly.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of says, "I think Jen has a stereotype in her mind that Black women don't have a lot of money.
That
And
could be
because
true.
I do, it weirds her out and she's jealous of it or doesn't think I deserve it."
Right.
Which is a thing.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Like that is a racist thing out there.
Yeah.
But she doesn't articulate it well, and Heather doesn't get it. And Heather's like, "Why would she be jealous of your bags and shit just because you're like?" Heather's not getting it.
No. This is Heather, much like when we tried to wander into some rap and
Mm-hmm.
circles,
Just
step
back
back
Mhm.
out. You don't belong here. We didn't
No.
belong there. It's
No.
fine.
So we revisit the will in which Mary's grandmother wanted her to take her place. And Mary
Mhm.
says, "This was weird. And I didn't want to do it." And Heather reiterates, "But he's not your blood, right? Like, let's get that on camera. He is
Right.
not your blood grandfather."
Right.
Mary's like, "No, and I didn't want to marry him, but I did. I trusted my grandmother and what she wanted for me. Like, I listened
Yeah.
to her." This is
It's so
real
fucked
bad.
up.
Real bad.
Look, I don't really care for Mary. I think she's not a
Mhm.
serious person. I think she's real ridiculous. I think behind that real ridiculous is a lot of fucking trauma.
I agree.
And something happened on the way to heaven with this one. I don't know what it is, but
Yeah.
something's not right here.
You're absolutely right. And she said she really had to pray on it
Mm-hmm.
and really kind of figure out why her grandmother wanted this for her. But she did it, and she found a way to marry him
By pray
and
on
to
it, she
move on.
means talk herself into it.
Yeah. When people say pray on it, usually it's I need to talk myself into something.
This. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sad.
So Mary says she is done with Jen. Jen has burned the bridge. Heather says she feels bad for Mary having to choose faith over love. She's like, she pretty much says, I never had to make that choice. I never had to choose to fuck my own grandfather. That's basically what she's saying. Yeah. So
Wow. I never had to fuck my own grandfather. That's a great thing to have to be able to say.
so Mary essentially now saying, I'm done with Jen. She has burnt the bridge, which is not
No,
accurate.
yeah,
Okay. Next time on, Amanda.
Wow, that was quick. Yes.
Whitney has a pretty wild birthday party. We
Mhm.
see, what's her husband's name? Hold on, I have the list here. Whitney and Justin.
Oh, okay.
We see Justin doing shots out of her belly. We see her doing a little stripper pole dance for Justin.
Looking forward to that.
Don't forget,
I feel
Justin's
like
significantly older.
I feel like this is going to be the Housewives equivalent of Zooby Zooby Zoo.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Lisa Barlow reminds us she runs Sundance. Oh, God.
All Sundance all the time. Whoop whoop.
Brooks is a fashion designer, and Seth is not going to be able to come to his first show. And Meredith's like, oh, it's real bad that your dad's not coming to your first show.
Was it me or did it just look like the clothes were sweats with like tape stuck on them?
I mean, isn't that what everything is now? Sweats?
I guess.
It's all
I
my
don't
kids
know.
wear. Leggings and sweats. I don't know.
know. I don't know. I'll be curious to see this fashion show.
Ma-
Fashion show. It could be like Pam when Pam did her fashion show. Fashion
Yes.
show at work.
Yes. Mary and Jen continue their beef, which
Thank
I feel
God.
like is going to be all first season.
Mm-hmm.
And Heather leaves the party with a guy.
Uh-huh.
Good for you, girl.
Go to Pound Town, girl. Get it. Get yours.
Pound it out.
Yeah,
baby.
whatever you need to do.
That was weird.
That was a weird phrase to say, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
Get it. Get it,
whatever.
girl.
Yeah. All right, so we've reached the end.
We've reached the end.
How many episodes are there?
I think there's like
20? I think there's
20?
13 and 3 tell-alls.
Oh, I don't know. I like how I'm just making up a number like I have any basis in reality for that.
I am enjoying it.
I am too. I'm going to keep watching it regardless of what we do.
Okay, you're right. There is almost 20.
Okay.
There's 16 episodes and then 3 tell-alls, which takes us to 19.
Wow. And I know there's like I know people pay a lot of attention to the Housewives tell-alls. Like there's a lot of I know everyone's always cares about the seating chart. I don't really know what that means. I mean, I know what a seating chart is. It has to do with where people are sitting, but like it means something.
Yes.
And
we're not as embedded in this. By the way, I lied. That was season 5 I was looking at.
Oh.
Season 1 is only 16 episodes.
Oh, okay.
13 and then 3 reunions.
Okay. I also know that my pottery friend told me that for one of the Salt Lake tell-alls, Mary does not come, and basically not coming to the tell-all is a death sentence in the Housewives universe.
Okay.
But she's like the one person who gets invited back after blowing off a tell-all. That's at least the rumor I've heard. I don't know what
I have a question for you. Why do we need 3 tell-alls?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Why do we need 5 for the last resort?
I mean, because Florian has to act a fool.
Oh, we were watching it last night because, I still watch it with Todd.
Florian, what do you know about menopause?
Just before it happened, I was like, honey, I'm going to need you to put your phone down. Stop playing your whatever game you're playing. Because Florian's about to explain menopause. He's like, what? Like, doesn't go good. Just pay attention.
Sean Robinson, queen.
She rarely earns her paycheck.
I know, but she did that time.
She's actually kind of earning it this time because, she's like having to tell people not to throw things at each other. She's asking the hard-hitting questions of Florian, like, what is menopause?
And can anyone else on the stage explain menopause to Florian?
And I'm desperately sad that Rob almost did an okay job.
I know.
I really feel like of everybody on that stage, the one who could have probably explained menopause the best would have been Josh.
Yeah,
he's the oldest man.
Yeah,
he's been married.
Yeah,
like he's got daughters. I feel like he could get that one done.
Maybe.
Alas.
I wonder if, because we know they edit the shit out of it. I wonder if he did answer and they cut it
and they just picked the best, most ridiculous version.
Yeah. All right, my friend. We said it all.
I said it all.
Yeah. It's never going to die now. Now it's a thing.
You're just always going to be talking sort of like, I was going to say Bugsy Malone, but I think it's
Yeah,
Bugsy Siegel.
yeah,
Whatever.
it's just a
Arr.
very
We'll get a
old-timey gangster is what I
get a
said.
cigar. Yeah.
Yeah. Of
Yeah.
all the detective agencies in the world, she had to walk into mine.
Mine. Yeah.
God, I hate my life. Okay,
You love
guys,
your life.
I do. Thank you so much, Leo. Thanks for your service, bud.
Well, he showed up halfway through.
He did.
He's had a rough morning this morning. We already threw up once. It's
Oh,
exciting over here.
okay. All
Meh.
right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Hey, can you do us all a favor? We're trying to get our listens up
Yes.
for Real Housewives. Can you send this episode to a friend who's into Housewives and be like,
Yeah.
these two idiots are starting this from the beginning, and you just got to hear how bad their takes are.
These two idiots have walked into this forest having no idea what's going on.
Send this episode to a friend. We would greatly appreciate it.
We've secretly dropped Amye and Amanda into the Housewives world. Let's see what
Yes.
happens.
Yes. Yes. All right, guys. Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you, Amy.
All right. We'll see you guys next time.
Take care,
Bye.
everyone. Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to Little Miss Recap. If you'd like to support the show, the best way you can do that is to join our Twin Flame universe, which is our Patreon, Supercast, and Apple subscription feeds. The links for those are in the show notes. You get ad-free episodes and a ton of bonus content. You can also subscribe to the feed so you don't miss an episode, share the show with a friend, and leave a 5-star review. To contact the show, please email me directly at amy@littlemissrecap.com or join our Facebook group Backdoor Friends. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next time.